Hello, my name is Stephen Garner. Welcome to Nexcue, my uncommon wisdom for unlocking your inner greatness. I believe all of us were born to do great things. You just need the key of wisdom to unlock your greatness. My cue for you today is the importance of having great relationships. I'm sharing this with you because I encounter quite a few people who are successful in many ways. Economically, they're successful professionally, they're successful in just different ways, except when it comes to their relationships. The number one reason why people don't have great relationships, in my experience, is not something I read in a book. This is just something that I see, this pattern of behavior, is because of their family of origin issues. Now, here's what I mean by family of origin issues. In your family life, there are some deficiencies, meaning the family that raised you, perhaps your family life was like mine. You didn't have a dad, or you didn't have a mother, or whatever the challenges were. And that deficit is influencing how you live your life today in a bad way. It is not going to go away just because you earned a degree, just because you earn so much wealth, just because you live in a certain neighborhood. It's going to manifest itself even more so now, because the things that you should have learned in your family life should have prepared you for your adult life. That's my only point I want to make about that. So what I find to be common is that these individuals don't do introspection. This is the number one thing I want to share with you first and foremost. You need to look at who you are. You need to look at your heritage. You need to look at your history. You need to look at the good and the bad, but don't dwell on the bad. But take note of the bad. Because when you look at the bad, what it's revealing to you are the opportunities that you have to improve your character, your spirituality, even your physical makeup. So I look at every aspect of my life. When I think about my family, I think about who I am. And the reason I do this is because I recognize that I'm going to influence people for the good or for the bad, just like people influence me to be great. So I take that into account about my life. What are those things that I need to negate, that I need to get rid of, because they're not going to be helpful to other people? But even before I think about helping other people, I'm thinking first and foremost about myself. What do I need to change, or what do I need to improve in my life? Especially when I think about the fact that I never had a dad. I didn't have that role model, that example of what it meant to be a man. So obviously I had to be aggressive in learning what that model looks like, even before I decided to get married, even before I decided to be a dad, even before I decided to be a leader. I had to be aggressive about learning what that looked like, because in my professional life, in my marriage life, in my social life, that deficit was going to manifest itself in various ways. Listen, take your cues from me and live a great life. I'm going to finish cleaning my wife's car. These are one of the things that I learned that men do for their wives, because you love them and you appreciate them. And this is just one of the little things that I like to do. So I'm cleaning her car. And besides, I can't ride in a dirty car, just to be honest with you. So, hey, listen, have an awesome day. I love you. Nexcue.